Here we go. ChubbyRay Comics Live. ChubbyRay Comics Live Tuesday afternoon. What's going on, everybody? Love it, love it, love it. Oh, yes. It is good to be here. Good to be here and talking comics. Nothing makes me happier. Nothing makes me happier than sitting here talking comics with an audience that shares love of comics with me. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. It's great to be here. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm live. Hello, hello. Chewy Queso's in the house. So is DC Crane. What's going on, Crane? PW, what's up, PW? Bard, what's going on, brother? Russell's in. I see Patrick is in. Of course Patrick is in. He's the man. Gary D, what's going on, brother? What up, family? And Jay Coopsy says, my favorite time of the day. Thanks, Coopsy. Appreciate it, brother. Danny Ketch, Volume 3, Daredevil, Soul, and Punisher. Russell's already. He's ready to start with the topic. We're ready. We're ready. Let's go. Love it. Well, let us look at the Marvel 2027 omnibuses, all right? These are the Marvel 2027 omnibuses for the first half of 2027, okay? We see Ghost Rider Danny Ketch, Volume 3, January 5th. Gwenpool, there's a new printing of the Gwenpool omnibus. That's also coming out January 5th. Runaways by Rainbow Rowell, January 12th. Marvel Team Up Omnibus Volume 2, January 19th. Star Wars Legends The Clone Wars Omnibus Volume 1, January 19th. Predator Kills the Marvel Universe, January 26th. These are the Marvel books that we are seeing so far. These are the Marvel books we are seeing so far for 27, all right? We have Secret Wars Battle World. This is Volume 4, February 9th. We have X-Men Age of Krakoa, Reign of X, Omnibus Volume 2. Now, Omnibus Volume 1 of this is coming out. I believe this is coming out early fall. Early fall of this year will be Volume 1. Volume 2 comes out in February of next year. Incredible Hulk Omnibus Volume 4 comes out February 23rd. We like that. The new printing of Daredevil by Charles Soule. And thank God they are doing this. It's about time. This is a book. Everyone needs to have this book in their collection. I tell you, I've read this book. I love this omnibus. It's just fantastic. Charles Soule's writing is so top-notch. It's got Daredevil with a sidekick, Matt Murdock, poker champion, a Daredevil and Spider-Man team up in China. There's so many great... Daredevil is a prosecutor instead of a defense attorney. It's got the rise of the Kingpin. There's so many great things in this book. Everyone should own it. That's coming March 2nd. March 9th, One World Under Doom Omnibus. Oh, I'll be there for that. Then we get a reprint of Star Wars, the original Marvel Years Omnibus. Then we get Avengers by Jason Aaron Omnibus coming March 23rd. What the Omnibus is coming March 23rd. And a new printing of Deadpool by Joe Kelly Omnibus comes out March 30th. Then we get Punisher Enter the Warzone Omnibus April 6th. I'm so ready. I'm so ready for Greg Rucka and Marco Cocchetto's Punisher. Fantastic. We get a reprinting of Iron Man by Michelini, Layton, and Romita Jr. Omnibus Volume 1. That's coming out April 20th. Marvel Comics presents Omnibus Volume 1, April 20th. Star Wars Legends Legacy Omnibus Volume 2, yes, April 27th. May 4th, Avengers by Jed MacKay Omnibus. That comes out May 4th. And that looks really good, man. Star Wars The Original Years Omnibus Volume 2. There's a new printing of that coming out May 11th. Spider-Man Big Time. I'm on my way. I'm making it. Is coming out May 18th. That's going to be fantastic. I've been wanting Big Time for a while. We're finally getting it. X-Men Inferno reprint is coming out May 25th. Love it. Amazing Spider-Man Omnibus Volume 8 is coming out June 1st. Then we have Star Wars The Original Marvel Years Volume 3 reprint coming out June 8th. Captain America by Mark Waid reprint is coming out June 15th. Avengers by Jonathan Hickman Volume 1 reprint is coming out June 22nd. They got a lot of reprints coming out next year. And Wolverine, The Return of Weapon X Omnibus is coming out June 29th. These are the Marvel Omnibuses coming out in 2027. What are you most excited for? I want to hear. What are you most excited about? I'm going to tell you the books that I am most excited for. Big Time Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man Volume 8. Even though I have Roger Stern, I'm still excited for that one. I'm excited for Star Wars Legends Legacy and Punisher Enter the War Zone for sure. Avengers by Jason Aaron will be all right. A Deadpool by Joe Kelly. I don't have that. That's a reprint I actually need. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about One World Under Doom and Reign of X. But I got to tell you, other than that, and Danny Ketch Omnibus will be fun. But other than that, Marvel just didn't overly excite me with this round. The DC's announcement of their first half of 27 books excited me more than Marvel. I'm really excited about Big Time. You know what I mean? Really excited about that. And really excited about Punisher. But other than those two books, there's nothing else that is a must. You know what I mean? I'm saying must get is Big Time and Punisher. Everything else, and Star Wars, maybe Legacy. Maybe Legacy Volume 2, but you know, there's really nothing else that I'm super excited about. You know what I mean? Am I the only one? Mr. Negative says, I will get that Iron Man, Michelini, and Layton. Yes, I have that. It's good. It's a very good run. Let's see. Where is that? If I could find it, I'll show it to you. I thought I've got it. Don't I have that? Yeah. I've got the Michelini Layton. That's a reprint. Here it is. It's good. Here it is, buddy. It's a good. You're gonna love it. You will love it. The Michelini Layton Omnibus is awesome. Mr. Negative says I think the only Omni I'm getting from Marvel is Big Time. We'll probably be getting more focused on getting early Amazing Spider-Man, maybe Fantastic Four volumes. Yeah. NX says I'm going to drop his to my family to get me that for my birthday. Love it. The Soul reprint. I'm happy they're doing reprints. I'm happy they're doing so many reprints. You know what I mean? I'm very happy they're doing reprints, but just new omnibuses, I'm not super excited about it. You know what I mean? I'm just not super excited by the new books other than Big Time and Punisher. You know? Bard says I'm going to add Soul. He's going to add Soul Daredevil, which is great. I'm going to get the Enter the Warzone Punisher and X-Men Inferno, but that's another reprint. I have it. So I'm just saying, I wish there were more new books coming out. I will get Avengers by Aaron. I'll get Avengers by McKay because I have a sickness. But I don't, that's not, I'm just not super excited, but you know what I mean? But I have Cap by Mark Waid. I have Inferno. I've got Sold Daredevil. I've got, you know what I mean? They're doing a lot of reprints, which is great, and I'm happy that they're doing reprints, but I just wish there were some new books coming out that I was excited about. DZ Crane says he's getting Inferno, Cap, Daredevil, Punisher, Big Time, and Iron Man. That's great. And Marvel Team Up. Marvel Team Up is cool, but it's not totally necessary. You know what I mean? It's not completely necessary. Maybe I'm just being picky. So excited. PW says excited about Daredevil by Charles Soule and reprints of the Avengers by Jonathan Hickman. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad they're making it so that everybody can get it. So I do like that everybody can finally get these reprints. That makes me happy. But I just wish there was more new stuff coming out. I'm glad they're doing the reprints, but I won't be buying the books. I've already got them. At least they'll be fixing the spine of that Cap Daredevil book, or the Cap by Mark Waid. Next Tuesday says I'm going to pass on Star Wars Legacy. Yeah, I was more excited about the DC announcements. I'm mostly a Marvel guy. PW, last week, we talked about the DC announcements, and we were so excited. And now, when I run down these Marvel releases, it's like, all right, yeah. All right. I'm not that excited about them. Yeah. I wish there was more, I wish there was more jumping up and down excitement. You know what I mean? I just wish. Only must-buys for next Tuesday are X-Men Inferno, Spider-Man Big Time, and the Punisher Enter the Warzone. The only must-buys. Yeah. I'm very happy about the Greg Rucka, Mark Alcaquetto Punisher because, man, it is so good. It is so good. I mean, I just read it. I read it not that long ago, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm happy to be getting an omnibus. Really am. But I wish there were more. I wish there were more. I just wish there were more new books. Looking forward to Ray's video about how to best tackle Star Wars reading. Awesome, brother. It's coming. It is definitely coming. Now, my Star Wars reading, I prefer the Marvel original books. The Star Wars Legends books started as the Dark Horse stuff. They're good. They're good, but I really, really like. They're not actual Star Wars canon. Star Wars canon is the Marvel books. I really like those a lot. You know what I mean? I really like those. Gary Dee says he loved Marvel team ups when he was a kid. Well, that's. I mean, that's. It looks like it looks like the Bronze Age stuff is what's coming out, right? The Bronze and Silver Age stuff. Oh, the Runaways on. Well, I'm glad you're excited about it, buddy. That's great. No, that's awesome. Yep. I'm excited for you. Only exciting one for me, Mr. Negative says, is Big Time. If I was more into Ghost Rider, I'm excited. I'm excited for the Ghost Rider book because I have every other Ghost Rider. So I have volume 1 and 2. So I need volume 3, but I'm not super excited about it. You know? I just, Oh, my daughter, Chris, thank you, man. My daughter is home. She is sepsis free. Her antibiotics worked. She's great. In fact, she's planning on going to work tomorrow. Or she's either planning on going to work tomorrow or Thursday because that's how good she's doing. Gary D, I'm with you. I'm more excited about the Marvel books that are coming out this fall than I am about the Marvel books coming out in 2027. You know what I mean? I'm more excited about Benjamin Percy's Ghost Rider coming out. I'm more excited about the X-Men Blue and Gold Bloodlines. I'm more excited about the books, the X-Men, Lorraine, the volume 1 of the Reign of X is coming out. I'm more excited about that than I am the books on the 2027 list. Now, I'll throw something out. There's a rumor. I don't know if you guys have heard the rumor. There is a rumor going around. Again, this rumor has gone around before. It's gone around before, and it's going around again. I saw it several times today. And the rumor is Brian Michael Bendis, Volume 2 of Guardians of the Galaxy is going to finally be released next year. That is a rumor, and I'm only saying that because I've read it in several different places today. I've read the rumor that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 by Bendis is fine. They first talked about it years ago, and they said it was going to come out in 2024. Remember? They said it was coming out in 2024, and it never came out. But then today, I read it 3 places that it's going to come out in 27. Now, I cannot confirm that, but I read that that's happening. So I don't know if it is, but that is a rumor. Here is the cover. If you've never seen the cover, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 cover. I'll show it to you. Here is the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 cover right there. So I don't know if it's true, but that's a rumor. So Guardians of the Galaxy, I would be excited about that because I love that series. I thought it was great. So I would definitely be excited if that were to come out. I mean, if I'm looking at the Marvel Omnibuses, that are coming out in 27, Just the ones I'm going to get. I'm going to get a bunch of them. I'm going to get a bunch of them. But, like, I'll be getting Ghost Rider Volume 3. I'll be getting Marvel Team Up Volume 2. I'll get Star Wars Legends, The Clone Wars, because I don't have it. I'll get Predator Kills the Marvel Universe. I'll get Battle World Volume 4. I'll get Reign of X Volume 2. I'll get The Incredible Hulk Volume 4. I'll get One World Under Doom. And because I don't have the original Marvel years, I will get all 3 of those reprints. I'll start with Volume 1. I'll get Avengers by Jason Aaron. I'll get the Deadpool reprint because I don't have it. I'll get Punisher End of the Warzone for sure. I'll get Star Wars Legends Legacy Volume 2. I'll get Avengers by Jed McKay. I'll get Marvel Years Reprint Volume 2. I'll definitely get Big Time. I will get Amazing Spider-Man Volume 8, even though I have Roger Stern. I will get the reprint of Volume 3 of the original Marvel Years. And I will get Wolverine Return of Weapon X. So I'm getting some. Just the only ones that I'm super excited about. The only ones I'm super excited about are Big Time and Enter the Warzone Punisher because they're brand new and I don't have them. I wish Matt Fraction Iron Man was coming out. I wish. I really thought that was, I thought that was coming. I thought for sure we're finally getting it. You know what I mean? I thought for sure that we would get it in 27. And there's still a second half of 27. Who knows? Maybe the second half it'll come, but I don't know, man. I'm just hoping. Just hoping. If you look ahead to the books coming out this fall, all right? If you look to the books coming out this fall, the Marvel books coming out, let's start with September 15th. Spider-Man by Chip Zdarsky reprint and Age of Krakoa, Age of X Omnibus. Okay, I'm excited about that. Daredevil Omnibus Volume 4, I'm excited about that. Way of X Omnibus, I'm excited about that. Blood Hut Omnibus, I'm really excited about that. Ghost Rider by Benjamin Percy, I'm super excited about that. Age of Krakoa by Kieran Gillen, October 20th. My birthday's October 25th. Hell yes, I'll be getting that Age of Krakoa. I'm very excited about that. Uncanny X-Men Volume 6, I'll definitely be getting that. Silver Surfer, The Infinity Gauntlet, I'll be getting that in November. X Factor Volume 3, I'll be getting that. New Avengers Omnibus Volume 3, I'm getting that. Spider-Woman Omnibus, November 24th, I'm getting that. Fantastic Four by Dan Slott Volume 2, I'll be getting that. Venom War, December 8th, I'm getting that. Star Wars Legends, The Menace Revealed, I'll be getting that. New Mutants Omnibus Volume 4, I'll be getting that. So I'm more excited about the books coming out the rest of this year than I am about 27. There's just not as many good books coming in 27. I hope that's not a sign of, I hope that's just a sign of Marvel's trying to catch up with reprints and not just a sign of this is the new way they're going to do things. You know what I mean? I'm hoping we get more new. the X-Force by Kyle and Yost, we need it. You know? Iron Man, Fraction and La Roca, we need it. We need it. Come on. We do need that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. We need it. There's a lot of, hell, I just read Iron Man by Christopher Cantwell. I'd love to see that in Omnibus. I thought it was fantastic. But DC right now is killing it. There is definitely more on my DC list than my Marvel list. My Marvel list, surefire must-haves 2. Spider-Man Big Time, Punisher Enter the Warzone. 2. My DC must-have list. My DC must-have list for 2027. Legion of Superheroes. Legion of Superheroes Great Darkness Saga. For sure. All right? We need... That is a must-have. Very excited about that. Superman Volume 2 by Philip Kennedy Johnson. That's a must-have. So I have already tied my Marvel must-haves. All right? Those are the first 2 DC omnibuses. Here's number 3. A DC must-have, Archer's Quest, Volume 2. Here's another DC must-have. This is a must-have. Batgirl. Of course, Cassandra Cain. Of course. Of course I've got to have that. Look at, I'm just, I'm so much more excited for the DC books coming out. It's hard to get excited about. Green Lantern by Grant Morrison. Yes. Oh my God. Can't wait for that. The Millennium. I'm excited about the Millennium Omnibus. Yeah, I'm just, when I look at the DC omnibuses, I just get so excited. I can't believe it. I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be great. And then on top of the omnibuses, I get excited for the DC Finest. With Marvel, I'm not overly excited. I'm not overly excited for anything but Big Time and Punisher Warzone. That's it. So, I don't know. This is just me, but yeah. Next Tuesday says, I want Batgirl, but I'll pass for right now. I don't have any FOMO when it comes to that title. Oh, man, I can't wait. Cassandra Cain, I'm very happy. I feel like Slasher says he feels like he's the only one that's skipping Cass Cain. Oh, you're going to cast? Well, you guys can skip it. That's cool. I'm just saying that DC books, on the whole, I think we're more excited for DC than Marvel. And it is the first time I can remember feeling that way. This is the first time that I'm not more excited about the Marvel stuff. Slasher says, sounds crazy to me. DC's killing it right now, but I have more wants. Oh, okay. So you have more wants. Slasher, what are you wanting from Marvel? That's awesome. No, I think it's great. You're the exception, which is awesome. You know what I mean? I would love to hear what you want to get. Next Tuesday is how many volumes? I think they can do it in 2. Yeah. I think they could do Big Time in 2. And then they'll do Worldwide. I think Worldwide, after Big Time, we'll get Spider-Man Worldwide. That'll be the next omnibus. That'll be my fantasy pick in Crisis is next year's Marvel fantasy pick, or Marvel's fantasy draft. But there are so many great DC books. Plus, you guys, plus Legends of the Dark Knight. This might be, please correct me if I'm wrong, what is the most anticipated omnibus of 2027? I think it's Batman Legends of the Dark Knight. This is what I think it is. I think this is what people are most anticipating. Now, for me personally, it's Legends. It's Great Darkness Saga by Legion. But I'm just saying, as a whole, everybody, it's got to be Legends of the Dark Knight. You know? That's a must-have. It's a must-have. It's Legends of the Dark Knight, number 1 for DC Crane. Says it's number 1. Batman Bronze Age is coming out this year. Batman Bronze Age is 26. Batman Bronze Age, I'm very excited for. Very excited for. But I'm just telling you, if I wanted to pick my most anticipated omnibuses, period, for 27, it's Great Darkness Saga, Legends of the Dark Knight, Spider-Man Big Time will be number 3. Spider-Man Big Time 3, Green Arrow Archer's Quest 2, the Superman by Philip Kennedy Johnson would be next. Then Punisher. So, look at it. Took me that long to get my 2 Marvels in. But these are all omnibuses I'm excited about, but there's usually a lot more Marvel on my list than DC. But man, 27, I think if I get it, let's declare a winner. If we're going to declare a winner for omnibus announcements in 2027, let me hear it, guys. DC or Marvel? Who you got? DC or Marvel? Who wins for most anticipated omnibus excitement? I want you, you guys who haven't got those books that are being reprinted, I want you to vote as well. Maybe you're someone who really wants Daredevil by Soul. See, I have it, so I'm not that excited about it. You know what I mean? Now, if I didn't have it, I would really be excited about it. Ross says it's Marvel. He can't think of a DC book that he wants. That's awesome. Next Tuesday goes, gotta be DC wins. Flawless victory. Slasher says Marvel. That's only because he doesn't have as many Marvel. No, I think it's great. I think it's wonderful. Crane says DC. Patrick says it's not even close. Not even close with who, Patrick? Who you going with? I want to know. Is it DC or Marvel? Koopsy says DC. He's a Marvel boy, but he's saying DC. Sleep says DC. Paulo says DC. Mr. Negative says DC for sure. Yeah. Patrick says it's DC, man. I think what Marvel's doing with the reprints is very good. Don't get me wrong. I think it's good. The reprints they're doing, Avengers by Jonathan Hickman, Captain America by Mark Waid, X-Men Inferno, Star Wars Marvel Years Omnibus 1, 2, and 3, Iron Man by Michelini and Layton, Deadpool by Joe Kelly, and Daredevil by Soul. Those are great reprints. They are great reprints. But when it comes to new books, there's just not a lot of excitement. Don says DC, DC, DC. Yeah. Thunder, 100% DC. Marvel could have let's hope, Patrick, let's hope. Let's hope Marvel has a fantastic second half. Not just a good second half. Let's hope they have a fantastic second half. Maybe they'll be coming out with War of the Bounty Hunters, Star Wars reprint. I just read that book. They need a reprint of that. Charles Soule's Daredevil reprint. Maybe they'll come up with a reprint of that. Fantastic Four by Hickman. Maybe we'll get that reprint. You know, I say if you're going to do the reprint, do them all. Reprint whatever people want, man. Because people want those Marvel reprints. Get them out there. Give the public what they want, man. Marvel have covered so many of their good runs, and they have no idea what to do. No, I think there's a lot of stuff that Marvel's done that hasn't been covered. You know what I mean? Right? There's still a lot of good Marvel stuff left. Just look at the near mint condition, the Tiger Eyes Marvel poll. There's a bunch of stuff that's never been covered. We've never had Dark Avengers. We've never had a Dark Avengers omnibus. Never had it. We've never had a Mighty Avengers omnibus by Brian Michael Bendis. That's going to be great when they finally do it. We've never had a Dark Reign. They should do a Dark Reign era omnibus. You know what I mean? That would be fantastic. They've never done a Civil War omnibus. Civil War, they could do a Civil War. They could do a Civil War volume 1 and 2, or they could do a Civil War and a Civil War companion. They can do a gigantic Civil War book. There are so many Civil War tie-ins. They can do as many Civil War books. How many X-Men Onslaught? Avengers X-Men Onslaught is how many books? Let me see. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got Road to Onslaught 1 and 2. X-Men Avengers Onslaught. And Onslaught Aftermath. We've got 4. They can do 4 Civil War. They could do 4 Civil War omnibuses. Slasher says, if you throw in the Trial of Gambit, there's 5. Yeah, look at that. Yes. I'm just saying that they can do Civil War Volume 1 and do the actual Civil War story, do all of the tie-ins leading up to it. And then you start the story. Civil War Volume 2 will be tie-ins plus the stories before, the second half of issues. They can do a gigantic collection of Civil War. I'm just looking at my collection and looking at paperbacks. There are so many. Now I'm looking at Secret Invasion. They can redo their Secret Invasion omnibus. It was just the Secret Invasion story with the New Avengers books. They can do so much more. They can do a Siege omnibus. They can do a Fear Itself omnibus. There's so many books Marvel can do. They're really a lot. There's a lot more stuff that Marvel can give us. So the people saying that Marvel's run out of stories, no, ridiculous. There's a ton. There's even Marvel always does. They've done so many X-Men releases. There are still X-Men eras they've never covered. They can still there's so much stuff they can do. You know what I mean? They need it. What is uncollected from Captain America? Because Captain America, we've got a lot. We got a lot of Captain America. Is there an uncollected run of Captain America that we don't have? I mean, I guess we don't have a Heroes Reborn Captain America. But Mark Waid is the Hero's Return, right? But there's got to be some era of Captain America we don't have that they can give us an omnibus. So, yeah, there's a lot of Marvel stuff that they can still, there's a lot of Marvel books they can give us. Fantastic Four has some eras that we've never gotten an omnibus. They've definitely got some books that could come out in omnibus. We definitely have. There are definitely way more Spider-Man eras that could come out in omnibus. There's a lot of Iron Man that's uncollected. There's a lot of Iron Man that is uncollected. There's still a lot of Avengers that is uncollected. So Marvel's got plenty of books that they can collect. Slasher says Cap still needs a 2003 Reber Austin run. Okay, let's do it. They need it. Next Tuesday says there's a ton of Captain America that's not collected. Let's get it out there, man. Patrick's got a major sickness going, buddy. Love it. Drew says, when did you start collecting omnibus? Well, I started in 2024. I started 2024. Cameron says he started a month ago. Way to go, man. Next Tuesday says, with all the popularity in the MCU, I'm surprised there isn't more Iron Man omnibuses out there. Me too. Of course, I love Iron Man. But the Fraction and LaRocca run is so good. I am shocked that that's never been collected in omnibus. I really am. Drew says he thinks it's a little late to the party. Well, welcome. It's never too late, Drew. It's never, ever too late. Never too late. Maybe Iron Man doesn't sell well. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it does. But then again, they're reprinting an Iron Man run. They're reprinting Michelini Layton. If it's not selling, why are they reprinting it? Rodimus says, how much crime noir do you have in Omni or Deluxe? I have a lot more independent crime noir. You know what I mean? I have a lot more independent stuff. And Ed Brubaker's Criminal is so good. I have every criminal book. And I love it. I think that's fantastic. Mr. Negative says, sadly, it seems like Iron Man doesn't sell for Marvel. He's got a very small amount of Omnis. Well, we need more. Well, let me see. Let me see my Iron Man Omnis. All right, here's what I have. Here's my Iron Man. I think I have all of them. Here's the Iron Man Omnibuses. I have Invincible Iron Man 1, 2, 3, 4. I have Iron Man by Michelini and Layton, Volume 1, which is getting a reprint. I've got this. I've got Iron Man Armor Wars, Iron Man by Kurt Busiek and Sean Chen, Iron Man Mask in the Iron Man Dan Slott. So those are the Iron Man omnibuses that I have. I think we need Iron Man by Fraction and Ladoka for sure. And I've got to finish up. Iron Man by Mike Grell and the Iron Man Director of S.H.I.E.L.D. from the Knopfs. So I got to finish reading those so I can determine whether or not they should be omnibuses. But I'll let you know. I will let you know. Southwest has never read any Iron Man. I'm saying Iron Man is really good. I'm just wondering. I'm wondering now, when is Volume 2 of the Michelini and Layton book going to come out? You know what I mean? Do you have enough X-Men Omnis to fill? I think so, yeah. My X-Men books start here. I'll show you. Here's my X-Men books. If my camera will let me show them to you. Let's see. Oh, it's covered. These books are covering it. My X-Men books start right there. And then they go all the way across. All the way across. Then all the way down, and then then the bottom row is all X-Men. The bottom row. So yeah, I've got a ton. My X-Men books, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60, 1, 2, 60. I have 62 X-Men omnibuses. Plus I have X-Force, X-Factor, Excalibur, New Mutants, and X-23. So, 62 is a lot, yeah. But there's still stuff. There are still X-Men books they haven't done. Still books they haven't done. So yeah, I have more than enough to fill a Billy. Salvador says, I don't understand why they're printing King in Black. Yeah, well, I don't know. It's not. It wasn't King in Black on Fanaticals at one point? But they reprinted it. Oh, well. Thunder, that's awesome, brother. I can't. Thunder, the package that Thunder sent me. It'll get here soon, buddy. Maybe tomorrow. Love it. That'd be great, Thunder. Thanks, buddy. I can't wait to see what you sent. Love it. What percentage of your collection have you read? You don't know a general guess. Also, how long have you consistently collected? How long have you been consistently collecting collected editions? I started in 2024. So since I started collecting collected editions in August of 24, so 2 years. 2 years I've been collecting omnibuses. And I'll tell you what, I've read a lot of these. I haven't read, of course I haven't read them all, but I've read a lot of them. And I'll be finishing up my second omnibus tonight. That'll be my second omnibus of 2 weeks. So I read War of the Bounty Hunters end of last week, and this week I've read Captain America by Nick Spencer Volume 2. I'll finish that tonight. And then I'm probably going to start I'm thinking Nightwing by Taylor and Dedando Volume 2. I think I'll start that tonight. But I might get that done. I'll be done with that by tomorrow because it's a short one. So it just depends. I love reading. And now that I'm cleared, my doctor cleared me to lay on my stomach and read. Oh, watch out. Now I'm reading like crazy. So get out of town. I read like a madman. I love it. I was thinking maybe I'll do a video where I pull out every book that I read just to give everybody a look at how many I have read. But I've got so many omnibuses. I don't, yeah. I have no idea how many I've read. Plus, there's books that I have read all of the paperbacks of, and I haven't read the omnibus yet. But I still try to, even if I read all the paperbacks, I still try to go back and read the omnibus. Paulo says, Ray, because you read so much different comics every day, are you able to retain the main parts of stories? I retain the main parts, but I do have trouble with retention sometimes. Like I'll read stuff and I seem to forget a lot of it. I do have I wish I was like Omar or Crisis. These guys that remember everything. You know what I mean? Like Crisis, they remember everything. That mind is so brilliant. I got to tell you, Crushing Crisis, they're one of the most brilliant people I've ever spoken with. Really, just so brilliant. Retains everything. I'm so jealous. And Omar is the same way. He retains. It is amazing. It is amazing what the man's retention's like. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous of it. Oh, I wish I retained like that. Got the Spider-Man by Stern Omni in 2021, but I really started collecting when I got the Triangle Era Volume 1 end of last year. That's awesome. Rocket says, yeah, I'm pretty sure Omar rereads everything. Yeah, Omar retains everything. I think I read as much as him, but his retention level is truly amazing. I wish my brain worked like that. Of course, he's a little younger than me. I mean, I'm 50. You guys, I'm pushing 60. I'm pushing 60. It's a miracle. It's a miracle I've kept some dark hair. You know what I mean? It is a miraculous thing. Thank God. Don says, prior to 2024, of course I have collected singles. What do you think? I'm a farmer? For God's sakes. Super chat. Onibaba says, if I read too many books back to back, it's hard to retain them. They need space to breathe in your mind. along with rereads. They have years of reread. I know there are some omnibuses though. Oni, are you like me, brother? Sometimes I read an omnibus and it is so good. I'll give you an example. Captain America by Ed Brubaker. The Captain America run by Brubaker is so phenomenal. It's so good. All five of the Ed Brubaker Captain America books are so fantastic. The second I finished volume 5, this is in 2024. When I first got into collecting, I got the Captain America books and I read all 5 of them. And I said, oh my God, I cannot wait to reread these. I did the same thing with Jeff Johns' Green Lantern books. Green Lantern volume, I read them back to back to back. 1, 2, and 3, I loved them. Green Lantern volume 1, 2, and 3. The second I finished volume 3, I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to start rereading. So I also have to fight that. Like, I have to fight rereads. The book I reread the most, oh my God, Jeff Johns' Justice League 52. New 52 Justice League. I should be reading a new omnibus, and I'm like, oh, why am I reading Justice League again? I have read that book so many times. And the other one is James Tynion's Batman. Oh, shit. If I could prevent rereading those books, but they're just so good. The rereads are what kill me. That's what kills me, guys. The rereads. I got to tell myself to stop doing rereads. Yeah. Chris says, wait till you get old ass like me. As you finish an Omni, you can reread it right away and it's like brand new. See, I hate that. There are books I read as a kid that I remember everything about. Oh, thanks, Thunder. Yeah, I got a new table here. I had this table in my bedroom, but now that I'm cleared, I don't need it there anymore. So I put it here so that way I can rest. I can rest new omnibuses on this table just as a showcase. You know what I mean? Like, look, I got Power Girl and I got Batman by Tom King. These are brand new omnibuses that I just got. I figured I could show these off in the background, you know. Plus, I got a bunch of stuff. There's a table underneath it, so I have a bunch of stuff on there. How do you feel about Jeff Johns' Flash Omnibus 1? It looks very appealing to me. There's 2 versions of Jeff Johns. 2 versions of Jeff Johns' Flash number 1. There is the original print, which is the original Jeff Johns Volume 1 Omnibus is this one. It's a thin omnibus. And the reprint is thicker. And has different. So there's 2 versions of Jeff Johns Volume 1. By the way, I'm selling this one. If anyone wants it, make an offer. I'm selling because I got the reprint. So I'm selling. If anybody wants Volume 1, let me know. I'll sell it. Make an offer. Make an offer. I'm selling it. Love it. Oni! Standard learning reinforcement. All right, listen up, guys. Ingest information. Replay the story in your mind. Verbalize and share the story with others. This helps lock it in. Oni, I'm doing that. For example, I just read War of the Bounty Hunters. I've talked about it on this show, okay? And I did a video explaining the whole thing, and that really sunk the information into my brain. You're right. That is absolutely correct. That is absolutely correct. And doing reviews of the omnibuses is really helping sink the information in. I love it. I love it. Mr. Negative says, I have not reread a single omnibus. I think the only time I'll be rereading something soon is when the Great Darkness Saga comes out. Just because I did love it and I think it's going to be fun. Oh, it is going to be fun, man. I am so ready to read that omnibus. I wasn't there last night, but I saw the Marvel bracket you guys came up with, and putting Spider-Man versus Scarlet Spider is a cool fight. Yeah, the audience was on fire last night. I'm talking about the one with Captain Cold on the cover and the Trickster. I may have said it wrong. I think that might be the reprint. Let me check, buddy. Hold on. Let me check. This one? That's the reprint. This is the reprint of Jeff Johns Volume 1, okay? Yeah, and it is the reprint. It's thicker. Here is the original printing. You'll definitely see now. Here is the original printing of Jeff Johns, and it contains Flash 164 through 176, Flash Our Worlds at War #1, Flash Iron Heights, and the Flash Secret Files #3. All right. Then they decided to reprint it, and they reprinted Flash 164 through 191, the Flash Our Worlds at War #1, Flash Iron Heights #1, Flash Secret Files #3, and DC First, Flash and Superman #1. That's what the reprint has in it. So the reprint has a lot more books than the original. So this is the original printing, and this is the new printing. So for me right now, I've got this as just because it's original printing, it's legendary, but this is my actual Flash Volume 1. This is the one I'm keeping right here. So there you go. And I have all the paperbacks as well because I have a sickness. Which upcoming Legion omnibus are you more excited for, Ray? I'm excited. I'm excited for all of them, but the Great Dark, I'm excited about the Mark Waid one. I'm excited about the Mark Waid run, don't get me wrong. But the Great Darkness Saga is so epic, and it's Paul Levitz and Keith Giffen. It's so good. I'm most excited about that one. But the Mark Waid run is great. The Mark Waid run, the Waid and Kitson run is going to be awesome. But the one I'm most excited about is the Bronze Age. Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes Bronze Age. I cannot wait. For when that book finally comes out. When it comes out, I'm going to be so excited. Mr. Negative says we should do a book club anytime a big Legion book comes out. We should. Rodimus says, Ray, what's your current whale? All right. I'm thinking about this. Here is my current whale. Because I got my last whale was X-Men, Phelan's Covenant, and I got it, and X-Men Eve of Destruction, and I got that. All right, so I got those. So my new whale is Venom Volume 2 and Volume 3. I don't have Venom Volume 2 and Volume 3, and I don't have. We saw yesterday, we saw Spider-Man by John Byrne. I don't have that. So I would probably, those would probably be my whale, just because I don't have them. But also Excalibur Volume 1. Excalibur Volume 1. And there's another X book. Oh, New Mutants, Volume 1 of New Mutants. So, I don't have those. So they're whales just because I don't have them. But my holy grail, my ultimate's got to probably be probably Venom. Probably Venom Volume 2, I'm thinking. That is not the first appearance of Onion Lad. There is no such character as Onion Lad. There is no such character. Thunder says his whales are basically any out-of-print X-Men or Spider-Man omnibus. Southmore says he's already ready to reread Return of the Monster from the Hulk. That's awesome. See, I love rereads, but the problem is when I do a reread, it keeps me from reading a new book, and I would much rather read new books. I'm most excited to read. My most excited read is probably Star Wars Crimson Reign, because I just finished War of the Bounty Hunters. And oh my God, it was so good. War of the Bounty Hunters was fantastic. Oh, just fantastic. So I want to read the sequel, which is Crimson Reign, because it takes place right after it. I really, really liked War of the Bounty Hunters a lot. It was exceptional. That's a book I wish they'd reprint. Rodimus says, I missed out on Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 4, and I'm still kicking myself. But I was going through some difficult health issues at the time when it came out. I will get it one day. And, they're pretty good. They're reprinting those Ultimates now. So they'll get around to reprinting it. They'll get around to it, brother. They will get around to it. Mr. Negative says, I'm normally more interested in reading new stuff. Apparently, since I already own a lot of stuff I haven't read. Yeah. I mean, I look forward to the day when I've read every single omnibus in here. When I've read them all. That will be a great day. That'll be a great day. Having read all of them, oh my God. I want to read Superman Brainiac Reborn, because Reborn goes right into, it's Reborn, it goes directly into the Triangle era. You know what I mean? In fact, I was asked by somebody, they said, I'm just starting to read omnibuses. Can you give me a good Superman recommendation? Let me ask you guys. Should my Superman recommendation be Superman Brainiac Reborn or Superman the Exile? I was thinking Brainiac Reborn because that starts the whole Triangle era. If you read that, then you can go right into Superman Triangle era 1, 2, you know what I mean, and 3. That's a great start. But if you read Superman the Exile, that's the omnibus before. It's the one prior to Brainiac Reborn. But I'm thinking Brainiac Reborn should be the first Superman omnibus. However, I love Superman. I love the New Krypton Saga Volume 1. Superman, the New Krypton Saga is fantastic. I love that book. It's one of my favorite reads. I love that book. Love it. I'm such a big fan. Such a big fan of it. Mm. And I'm putting together a video of I'm doing starter omnibuses, like for people that are brand new to the hobby. People that are brand new to the hobby, they want some good starter omnibuses. I'm doing that video. I'm recording it tonight. But I was thinking, because I know my list of books. However, the Marvel books are out of print. The Marvel books are out of print. So should I announce something as this is a perfect starter omnibus, but it's out of print? Or should I find books that are in print that you could start with? Because there are some Marvel books that are not out of print. And I'm thinking, I could put those, I can say this book is not out of print. You can get this book. But I still think that the best starter omnibus is this one, even though it's out of print. You know what I mean? I'm trying to just explain what a starter omnibus is and what they are. Just so that people, you know what I mean? So people can know what my starter omnibus suggestions. I did one last year. I did one in August or September of last year. So I'm thinking it's time to do my 2026 version. So I'm doing starter omnibuses. That's going to be my video that it's getting recorded tonight. But let me know what you guys think. The Marvel, I'm doing a DC starter omnibuses, and then I'll do a Marvel starter omnibus. And then I'm doing a Bronze Age. I'm doing a whole Bronze Age video too. That's going to be pretty cool. I just love talking about my video ideas with you guys during the live streams. Because I get good suggestions. You guys give me good suggestions. And I always appreciate them. Always makes me happy. I was thinking, like, what are the most collected heroes by Omnibus? The most collected heroes by Omnibus are The Flash and Green Lantern in DC. The Flash and Green Lantern. Batman has the most omnibuses, but it's not the most collected. There's a lot of Batman books that haven't been collected. And Marvel has Daredevil. Daredevil has had, I think, almost every era of Daredevil has been collected, except for the DG Chichester run. I think the whole modern era of Daredevil has been collected. I think it's all been collected. Xbox is getting any books? Yeah, of course. What am I, a farmer? Of course I'm getting books. Yeah, I'm getting Zeb Wells' Spider-Man Volume 2. I'm getting Epic Collection Fantastic Four Heroes Reborn. I'm getting Epic Collection Marvel 2-in-1. And then a bunch of paperbacks. Then next week I'm getting Star Wars Dark Droids. Oh yes. Star Wars Dark Droids. And then the week after that is a pretty big week. I'm getting Star Wars Dark Droids and DC Finest Events Crisis next week. Those are going to be big books. And I'm getting Exquisite Corpses Volume 3. Oh, I'm very excited. Very excited about Exquisite Corpses Volume 3. Sleep says, best starter omnibus. Yeah, you're right. Ultimate Spider-Man #1 is by far. That's the top. That's at the top of my Marvel starter omnibuses. I think Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 1 is a great starting point for anybody. It's a very, very good omnibus. But you never know when it's going to sell out again. You know what I mean? Mr. Negative says, if they would collect Flash Bronze Age, they'd pretty much be done. I know. If we get Flash Bronze Age and William Messner Loeb's Volume 2, we have 2 omnibuses of Flash Silver Age. We have Flash Silver Age Volume 1, Volume 2. If we get Flash Bronze Age, then we have Messner Loeb's Volume 1. We need Messner Loeb's Volume 2. We have Flash by Wade 1, 2, and 3. We have a deluxe edition by Morrison. That's in the middle. Then we have Jeff Johns 1, 2, and 3. We have Flashpoint. We have The Road. We have the Flash Omnibus by Manipal and Bucoletto. And we have the Road to Rebirth Omnibus. Then we have Williamson 1, 2, and 3. And all we need is Jeremy Adams' run. And that's all. And maybe Cy Spurrier's run. But that's all of it. That would be all the Flash that's ever been written would be all collected. So, yeah, they're that close. Now, Green Lantern has Jeff Johns 1, 2, 3. You got Tomasi in the Green Lantern Corps. You've got Venditti's Volume 1, 2. There's another one coming out. So all we need with Green Lantern, all we need is the Bronze Age. We have Silver Age Green Lantern Volume 1 and 2. Give me Bronze Age Green Lantern. We do, however, have Hard Traveling Heroes. We have Green Lantern, Green Arrow, or Green Arrow, Green Lantern. You know what I mean? That's a Bronze Age book. That's got a pretty good Bronze Age run in it, but so we need another Bronze Age Green Lantern book. We need another Bronze Age Green Lantern book, and it would be completely collected. Love it. Ray, don't you have Heroes Reborn and Heroes Return? Of course. Of course, yes. What, a Barbarian? Yeah. I have Heroes Return and Heroes Reborn. In fact, you can see them. They're right up there. I'll show you. You guys want to see them? Heroes Return, Heroes Reborn? Let me show you. Let me brag. I love when I get to brag. Here we go. Heroes Reborn, Heroes Return. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. But yeah, I do. I also double dip the Epic collections. What am I, a farmer? Of course I double dip. Please. Just posted a haul, Ray. If you haven't, I'll have to check it. Xbox, is it a good haul, or am I going to judge it negatively? Mr. Negative says, I don't know if they'll do a Bronze Age Green Lantern in Omnibus because of who wrote it, but apparently they'll do DC Finest stuff. Well, he only wrote some of it. You got to remember, James, what was the name? What name did he go? James Owsley or whatever was Christopher Priest's Writing name, he wrote it under that name. But I'd love to see the Green Lantern run that includes Emerald Dawn and Emerald Twilight and all. I'd love to see all that stuff collected. Christopher Priest wrote some of it. Gerard Jones only wrote some of it. He didn't write all of it. With the announcement of the new compact Ultimate Marvel collections, do you think there's any possibility of new? Oh, I definitely think. I think new Ultimate Omnibuses are coming probably in 28. I think they're coming that soon. I think you'll get, and those books were only 24 issues, so that's volume one. There's one. That's a one book. We'll get for sure Ultimate Spider-Man, all 24 issues in one omnibus. For sure. We'll get that for sure. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Oh, thank you, LP. Jim Owsley's pen name is Christopher Priest. So his real name is James Owsley? That's cool. I didn't know that. I thought he made up the name James Owsley. Wow. Shows how stupid I am. By the way, Sleep says, I just checked the poll. I love John Stewart, but no way he's beaten Green Arrow unless it comes to strength. Also, super excited to read the Batman Arkham Penguin that I won. Love it, brother. Did you get me your address? Make sure to get me your address so I send it out. Yeah, but I'm a big fan of Christopher Priest or James Out, whatever. I'm a huge fan of Christopher Priest. So I love his Green Lantern stuff. I wish they'd put it in an omnibus. Because it really is good. That Green Lantern stuff is very good. Patrick says, I don't think Green Arrow is winning that fight. Well, who's winning? Let me see. Let me go check because I haven't checked. All right, here we go. Here's what's going on. Here's what's going on in the Nerdament polls. All right, Batman beat Red Hood, not a shock. Robin is beating Cyborg. Robin's beating Cyborg. 65% to 35%. Green Lantern John Stewart is beating Green Arrow 55% to 45%. Holy crap. And Nightwing is beating Superboy Prime 81% to 19%. That's who's winning the first games of the Nerdament. You vote at the ChubbyRay Comics YouTube page. You can vote for Batman, Red Hood, Robin, Cyborg, Green Lantern, Green Arrow, Nightwing, or Superboy Prime. Go there and vote now. And more contests will be going up tonight. More contests going up tonight. They're all up there, guys. They're all up there. They're in the post of the ChubbyRay Comics YouTube page. By the way, LP says if you look at his Power Man and Iron Fist stuff, he's still Jim Owsley. The Priest stuff is years after that. So you think the fake name is Christopher Priest. That works, okay. Patrick says, I don't think Robin will beat Cyborg. Well, we'll see. Robin's winning right now. Robin's got a lead right now. And we're over 200 votes. We're over 200 votes, buddy. That's pretty close. That's pretty close to being done. Nightwing is beating Superboy Prime. Do you like Court of Owls more than Black Mirror? Yes. Yeah, I do. But I love Dick Grayson. I love Dick Grayson, but I love Bruce Wayne as Batman more than Dick Grayson. And Court of Owls, Snyder starts something in Court of Owls that's still around. You know what I mean? All right, Sleep. If you got it to me, that's awesome, bro. Next Tuesday says I have a feeling Superboy Primo will prevail. I don't know. There's been a lot of votes. There's been a lot of votes for Nightwing, man. Nightwing's winning. I can just tell you what I'm looking at. It would take a considerable turnaround for Nightwing to lose. Nightwing has a shitload of votes. Not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, buddy. Love it. Also wondering if you got the opportunity to read the new Zorro. Alex taught. No, I haven't. I don't know anything about this. I don't know anything about this omnibus. Zorro. I love Zorro. I'm Latino. Of course I love Zorro. Love it. I'm a big fan of Zorro. Huge Zorro fan. Chewy Kiss says Tuesday we got to bring out the burner accounts. Sleep says Nightwing for the win. Court of Owls blew my mind in my early comic journey. It's my favorite story so far. There are more comics involving the Court of Owls outside. Yeah, the Court of Owls crossed over. There's a whole Nightwing connection with it, and in fact, there's a new Catwoman. There's a new Catwoman paperback that's coming out. That's about the Court of Owls, and that one's coming out. So, you know. It's the Court of Owls are still around. Have you read Dork? I have not. No, I've heard it's good. Have not read it. I've heard it's entertaining, but you know me. I don't get singles. I need collected issues before I, take interest in something. You guys, I got cleared for everything, so I worked out today. Felt so good, man. I don't think you guys aren't. I think maybe next Tuesday might be a Facebook friend, and I think PW is a Facebook friend. But I actually put a picture up. For starters, you got to be an old guy to be in Facebook. No young people are on Facebook. So if you're a Facebook friend, you saw my workout picture, of which I was very proud of my working out. But I was so excited I actually put my picture up about how good I was looking. How about that? It felt good. It felt good to work out, man. Is working out and everything a lot more comfortable after? Oh, yes. Oh, absolutely. Yes. A lot more comfortable. Let's go. You know it, Chewy. You guys, that surgery was tough. It was a tough surgery, but of all the weight I've lost, you know what I mean? And I was 600 pounds, guys. In 2019, I was 600 pounds. In 2019, I now weigh under 250 pounds. So there was so much skin. There was so much skin gathered around my midsection. And I had a doctor, and the doctor took it off. The doctor took it off, and now you can see. I don't know. You see there. You can see there's a little scar. You can see a little scar here. There's a little scar, but it's all gone. It's all gone. I don't have this gigantic roll around me anymore. So imagine how my how my balance is. My center of gravity. I'm not being pulled forward like I was. You know what I mean? So I feel great. I'm able to walk better. I have better posture now. I definitely need both my knees replaced. I've got to get that done, but I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer to getting that done every day. So it just feels great. That surgery was a rough recovery, but I'm damn glad I got it. And I'm glad that I recovered from it. Very excited I have recovered from it. LP says, dude, my kids are on Facebook and they're young. I just dropped my son off for his 25th high school anniversary shindig. Those kids helped me with my walker and everything. Look at you, man. Look at you. That's awesome. How much skin did they get off you? I bet it was cool seeing that. No, because when they take the weight off, by the way, I won't even say how much the skin weighed. The skin weighed so much, and it was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing how much my skin weighed. I was like, oh my God, how can skin possibly weigh that much? It was so embarrassing. My wife and my friend Christina, they were both at the hospital during the surgery, and they were out there when the doctor came. Oh, okay. When the doctor came and told them how much it weighed. I'm like, oh, he said it in front of you guys? Oh, it was so embarrassing. Oh my God. Yeah, so that's how fat I was. I was so morbidly obese. But I started working out in 2019. I started working out. I started eating better. And then, you guys, I'm not going to lie. They invented this GLP-1 stuff. They invented that. It changed my life. Because I've always had a problem with ghrelin. Do you know what ghrelin is? The hormone in the human body that makes you hungry. I've always had a problem with it. And the GLP-1 counteracts the ghrelin. So I just wasn't hungry. And between working out, my GLP-1, I had surgery. I've had several surgeries. I've lost a ton of weight. So, and I feel better. Now that I've got the skin gone and I'm back to being myself. You guys, you notice I can get out of my chair and grab omnibuses and stuff. So I'm very excited to be doing that's the stuff. That stuff means the world to me, being able to do that. So yeah. Oh, it's a joke, LP. I thought you really had kids that were celebrating their 25th high school class reunion. Yeah, Christina, Queen of the Nerds, needs to come back in here. And what matters, my progress. My progress is my happiness, man. I'm telling you. I love this. By the way, I love your name. Donnie Cates Official that's my favorite username right there, because I love Donnie Cates, man. I'm the biggest Donnie Cates fan. So dude, your profile is the best. I love Donnie Cates. I love your profile name. That is awesome. Yeah, so I feel good. Plus, you guys have got to remember, I came out as a comic book fan in 24 when I said, screw it. I'm not going to hide my nerddom anymore. I said, screw it. And look at me. I came out and buying my comics. All I do for fun is read comics. Oh, all I do is read comics. It makes me happy. Well, dude, I appreciate you. That's a great name. That's a great name. I'm such a huge fan of Donny Cates. Somebody comes up with Donny Cates Official as a name. Hell yeah. I'd love that. Love it. It's one of my top 5 writers. Are you kidding? I love Donny Cates. Jack Solo says, what's up, everybody? Hope you're doing well. We're doing well, Jack. Doing well, partner. Happiness is Brian Books. Maybe it is Donny Cates. I'm sure it isn't the real Donny Cates. No, I'm sure it isn't, but it's a great name. It's a great name. If it is the Donny Cates, if it was the real Donny Cates, I'd be honored. I would be honored, and I'd love to interview you, but I don't think it's a real Donny Cates. But I think it's a great name. I love it. Because I'm such a huge fan, man. Yeah, that's it, Chewy. It's on my list. That's on my list, Chewy. There is, in the paperback or in the arc, in the Cates Stegman arc called Rex, which is the beginning of the Cates Venom Omnibus, there is a part, and I'm paraphrasing. There's a part where they reveal the whole hive mind and all this stuff going on. The symbiote tells Eddie. He basically tells Eddie he loves him. I bawled. I started crying like a little girl. I was so moved. I was so moved. That's when I finally got. That's what I finally got. What Cates was going for in that Venom book, and it touched me. It touched me so, and I just remember getting choked up, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe him. I can't believe I'm getting so choked up over a comic. But it was, I just love, there are things in comic scenes, or there are segments of comics that will bring tears to my eyes. That was one of them, man. That was one of the most touching. It was one of the most touching comic scenes I'd ever read. I love it. I'm such a fan. I'm also a fan of so much Donny Cates. I've got the Venom Omnibus, of course. Plus I have Absolute Carnage and King in Black. Even though can I say Marvel Comics map those events omnibuses terribly, but I'm not going to complain. But I have those as well. I also have Donny Cates Hulk. I have Donny Cates. What other Don? I have so much Donny Cates. A Cosmic Ghost Rider. I have Cosmic Ghost Rider. So I've got a bunch of Donny Cates. We need more though. We do need more. And I hope that Donny Cates is he still recovering, or is he jumping, or is he going live? Do you guys know? God, I hope he's ready to start writing again. Prayers for him, man. I just want him to come back and write. There are so many books I'd love to see Cates on. He could fix, Marvel's having problems. He could fix a hell of a lot of their books. Or I'd love to see him in DC. I mean, independent stuff too. I just love Cates. So I'm just such a huge fan. Love it. Not close to home, but it pulled the heartstrings. Yeah, it did. The heartstrings. The stuff with his kid. Yeah, it was awesome. I loved it, man. I loved that That Venom run was so good. So good. We just need more. Absolutely. Yeah. So Donnie Cates official, if you have any connection, please tell Mr. Cates I am a gigantic fan. Gigantic fan. A huge fan of his. And I thank you for coming in. That's awesome. Sean says, what's going on, Ray? Joined late. Hope you're doing good. Doing good, buddy. We are doing good. What is the greatest omnibus if I really love the Flash CW show? Well, listen, there are so many great omnibuses. How many omnibuses do you own, Billy? How many omnibuses you own? You said you just started collecting them or you want to collect them. What omnibuses do you own so far? Let me know what you have, and I'll give you more to your likings. My starter, you guys know, my starter omnibuses for DC, the Jeff Johns. There's the whole Jeff Johns trifecta you've got to get. You've got to get Green Lantern, Justice League, New 52, and Aquaman, New 52. You've got to get those. Those are for sure starter omnibuses. Marvel starter omnibuses, you need Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 1 by Bendis. You need Cates and Stegman's Venom. You need what's another good starter omnibus? I think you need Captain America Winter Soldier Volume 1 by Ed Brubaker, but it's out of print, which sucks. I think that's a great starter omnibus. There's a lot of great omnibuses you can start with. You know what I mean? So just letting you know, Bill, just let me know what kind of books you have. He says he owns one omnibus and it's Flashpoint. Flashpoint's great. Joshua, all right, Billy, if you love The Flash, get Joshua Williamson's Volume 1. Joshua Williamson's Volume 1 it's Barry Allen, so you'll like that. It's a great tone. It's quick pacing. It's a quick read. And there's 3 volumes out. Williamson wrote 1, 2, and 3. I highly recommend getting those if you're a Flash fan. Get those. And Williamson is truly a great writer. But then I would suggest expand your horizons. Expand your horizons. Spread out. Get a Green Lantern. Get Aquaman. Get Justice League. Get Ultimate Spider-Man. Get Venom. You'd love it. The books I recommended are books you can jump right into. You can jump right into those books and immediately, without having to know anything prior. You can jump in. How about the Avengers? You want to know a good starter omnibus for the Avengers? I think the best starter omnibus is his New Avengers Volume 1 by Bendis. However, it's out of print. But here is an Avengers book you can get. Here's an Avengers book you can get for a good price. It's not out of print. You can get it for a good price, and I'll show you. All right? Avengers by Jeff Johns. Avengers by Jeff Johns you can get really cheap right now. Somebody check the price, even Amazon. Somebody check the price on Amazon. Even Amazon has a great price for this book. Avengers by Jeff Johns is a great starting point. You don't need to know anything. It's a great starter. It really is. It's a good price. It reads really well. It reads good. There's great stories. There's a story in there called Avengers Red, that a Red Zone, which is fantastic. But yeah, it's only $60. Yeah, it's $60. That's cheap for an omnibus. That is cheap. So that's my recommendation for a good Avengers starter omnibus, because it's cheap. But if I had to pick, I mean, my actual pick is New Avengers Volume 1, because that starts with Avengers Disassembled, and then the whole forming of the New Avengers, and it's Bendis. So it's really good. So I love New Avengers, but it's out of print. How do I recommend a book that you guys can't get? So it sucks. I highly recommend that one too. By the way, speaking of omnibus, we're giving this one away. We're giving it away now. We're giving away now. We're giving away Mighty Thor Volume 1. Mighty Thor Volume 1. We're giving it away. Let's get some entries, guys. Let's start with ChubbyRay members. ChubbyRay Comics members on YouTube. I'm going to start with you guys. First, let me check and see if I got to add more people to it. Crane's in. Laid Back Gamer, got him in. And Jacob, you guys are all in. Okay. All the latest members have been put in. All right. Let's pick who's getting in. One, I'll pick 5. Got 1, 2. Omnibus. All right, 3. 4. 5. I'll do one more. All right, here we go. Here's who got in, guys. Omnibus from Australia. Omnibus got in. Omnibus, you're in, my brother. If you want to pay shipping, you're in. It's up to you. You might have it. Number 2, Jack Solo. Jack Solo, you're in, brother. Rowdy Man. Rowdy Man, you are in, buddy. Nicholas Smith, you're in. J. Riff, you are in. And Jose Morales. Jose, you're in, buddy. You are in. All right. You guys are all in. Congratulations. All right. Now let me go to the Patreon. I'm going to go to the Patreon. Let me go to the Patreon, and I'll randomly I will randomly pick some Patreon users. Let's see. Derek Derek Armstrong. Derek, congratulations, buddy. You got in. All right. Derek Armstrong. Slasher. Slasher, you got in, buddy. All right. James Grimer or Grimmer. Grimmer, you're in, buddy. Let me flip over to the next page. Next page. Chewy Queso. Hello, hello. Chewy Queso, you're in. And next page. Brant, you're in. Those are the Patreon members. Brant, Chewy Queso, Jay Grimmer, Slasher, and DA. All you guys are entered. All right? Everybody, you guys are all entered for the Mighty Thor Omnibus. All right? Next, we'll do a rando. We'll do a random. If you commented during the show, you are eligible. You are eligible. Tom will text me. And I will then stop scrolling. After he texts. All right? If you are the person I stop on, you get entered, plus the people beneath you and below you will get entered as well. All right, Tom, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, over 25, under 100. Start counting now. I'm scrolling up, Tom. I'm scrolling up. When I get to the top, I will stop scrolling. We'll get everybody who's chosen. I'll get you put into the vat. Or to the cup, and you'll be eligible. You will be eligible to win the Mighty Thor Omnibus. This is just the latest. We have a bunch of omnibus we're giving away. Plus, Thunder said he's sending me books tomorrow. So we'll see what Thunder sent me. I'll have even more giveaways. I'm very excited about that, man. I love doing giveaways. You guys are great. All right, I'm all the way to the top. Let's scroll down. We're going all the way. We'll see if we make all the way. I'm waiting until Tom texts me. And then I'll choose someone. Then I will choose. The ChubbyRay Comics community is very strong. Oh, I got it. Tom says there are 5 randos, and yet no one knows who they are. But for those 5 randos, tonight they go into Rice Krispie Cup of Death. The sacrifice is real. And those people are bum, 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 bum. Thunder. Thunder. Thunder, you got in, buddy. Thunder, you're in. The person on top of Thunder is Paolo. Paolo, you're in, buddy. The person above Paolo is next Tuesday. The person beneath Thunder is Mr. Negative. The person beneath Mr. Negative is Meyer. You guys all get entered for the Mighty Thor Omnibus. That is great. I'll get the tickets filled out. Let me get them filled out. I'll get them filled out. And all you guys are entered. That's great. So we have Meyer, Tuesday, Mr. Negative, Thunder, and Paolo. All you guys are entered. Congratulations. Congratulations, guys. You are all entered. Look at that. Davey Boy says, I live in Canada. Davey Boy, if you win an omnibus, if you're willing to pay for the shipping, yeah. If you live in another country besides the U.S., if you're willing to pay for the shipping, you are more than eligible to win an omnibus. More than eligible, my man. More than eligible. So go ahead, sign up. This is the omnibus we're giving away now. There are so many more omnibuses to be given away. I could show you guys. I could show you omnibuses that we're giving away that would blow your mind. I have them sitting right here. So many good omnibuses coming. By the way, I'm just shocked. I am just shocked that that Thunder won. You know what I mean? I just think it's great. Thunder, have you ever won a random drawing before, or am I crazy? I don't know if Thunder's ever gotten a random pick before. It's still cool you got it, buddy. So congratulations. It's awesome. Justice for Comics says, I have never purchased an omnibus before. Justice, who's your favorite hero? What's your favorite comic that you read? Let me know what your favorite comic is. And I will give you a suggestion. I would love to give a comic suggestion. Would love it. Would love it. And Justice, I saw you're plugging. You're doing a show Friday. Listen, we're live. I'm live on Friday. Till 7. Make sure to come in that show and plug your show. That way people will know you know what I mean? That way they'll know it's coming up. Plug it on Friday, buddy. Let people know you exist. You love the Claremont. Oh my God. Well then, yeah, there's all kinds of it. You've got to get X-Men Blue and Gold. X-Men Blue and Gold. Mutant Genesis and X-Men Blue and Gold Bloodlines comes out. When is that coming out? August 25th, I think. Get those. They'll be great omnibuses for you. Raul says, be careful, Justice. Once you buy one, you won't stop. Thunder says, I win randos more than I win member drawings. Well, I think it's fun. I like now that I'm choosing random Patreon too. Because now I like it because people win. I certainly do not take joy in anyone losing. I don't want anyone to think that I take joy in throwing someone in the trash can. So I don't take joy in going through all the Patreon list and seeing all the people that don't win, or going through all of the members, all of the YouTube members, going through all of them and seeing all the people that don't get chosen. I don't take joy from that. I wish I could choose more. I do, to be honest. So I don't want anyone thinking I'm taking joy from the losing, because I only take joy from the winning. It just sucks that in order to win, I pick a name out and throw them in the trash. You know what I mean? It just sucks. But that's what we have to do. That's what we have to do. We have to throw them in the trash. You know? All I could do is follow my own rules. I can just follow my own rules. All right, to wrap up this show today, we decided the Marvel Omnibuses that we were actually excited about in 27 are Punisher, Warzone, Spider-Man Big Time. But surprisingly, there wasn't a lot of love for Marvel new omnibuses. But people like the reprints. However, the omnibus overall in 2027 that most people are excited for is Batman Legends of the Dark Knight. I think that's the omnibus people are most excited about. However, I'm excited about Legion of Superheroes Great Darkness Saga and Philip Kennedy Johnson Superman. But also Big Time and Punisher Warzone. Punisher End of the Warzone. Raul's excited about Daredevil by Soul, Star Wars Legend, Clone Wars. Yeah. The reprint of Daredevil by Soul, I think, is going to be huge. A lot of people have wanted that book. And I'm very glad that you guys can finally get it. I'm very glad that so many people can buy it, because I've read it. I have read it, and it is a fantastic omnibus, and I'm happy that everybody's going to get it. I really am. Love it. Ricky Bobby says DC Comics is locked in. I love everything they're doing with ongoing. Yes, the DC Comics omnibus announcement were fantastic. They were really stupendous. I'm very, very excited about the DC Comics because they're all new. I would have been more excited about the Marvel ones if they were new. But the Marvel ones, let's face it, there are a lot of reprints. And guys like me and Los, we buy the reprints. We buy the books. So we're ready for new books, man. But I do want Spider-Man Big Time. And I do want Rucka. Punisher by Rucka is going to be fantastic. I want that. But I'm more excited. About the Marvel Omnibuses coming out in the fall of 26 than I am about the Marvel Omnibuses coming out in the first half of 27. Yes, Big Time comes after Brand New Day, and then it's worldwide. So, you know. And I know that because I'm trying to read books chronologically, and I just started reading the Big Time. So it's perfect for me because I'll just finish up volume 3 and then I'll get Big Time. You know what I mean? Love it. You're right. Los and I are sick. We agree. We agree, man. We have a sickness. We definitely are illing from omnibus sickness. And I am proud to announce I have a sickness. Los, that's a beautiful table. Oh, thank you. My wife got this. My wife put this table together for me. She put it together while I was recovering from surgery, so that's what it's for. And I'm glad I've got it. It's very nice. Thank you. Next Tuesday says Thunder, never get high on your own supply. Go to the bookstore and sniff books. Chicks dig when they see chicks dig when they see a random dude sniffing Marvel and DC books out in public. Trust me, bro. Yeah, that's how next Tuesday got that hot girlfriend. He went into Barnes and Noble and started sniffing books. And she saw him and she was just turned on by it. Yep. Did they release? Yes. We talked to that was our whole show on when was that? Was that Friday's show? It was either Wednesday or Friday's show. We did a whole show on all the omnibuses coming out in 27. Come on, NX. And I did a whole video on it too. There's a whole ChubbyRay Comics video of all the DC releases for 27. And it's going to be a great year. It is really going to be an exceptional year. I think DC is going to have a more exceptional year than Marvel, just in my opinion. But however, I do think it's good that Marvel is doing so many reprints. I do think it's good. C&T's in. What's up, Comics and Tortillas? Hashtag Sleepy Taco. By the way, I saw Comics and Tortillas is doing food reviews now. He was doing a food review of Taco Bell food. He's got a long form video. He's got a short form video on TikTok and a long form video on YouTube. Check it out. What's up, C&T? By the way, Justice for Comics is I just ordered that leather hardcover Absolute Batman. Jack Solo says, with Legends of the Dark Knight, when should you read that? After year 1, 2? It takes place earlier in Batman's career, but not super early. It takes place sometime. They seem to take place sometime before Nightfall. And I'm trying to remember because I used to get singles. I got singles. And it has Venom. It has Prey. It has Shaman. It has just a bunch of great stories in it. So it takes place after year 1 and before Nightfall. It's in there sometimes. Oh, Meyer says it's all before a long Halloween. Oh, that's kind of cool. By the way, next Tuesday says Comics and Tortillas ran into him when he was walking his puppy. It was a beautiful moment in comic book. I want a puppy just like next Tuesday puppy. If you guys see next Tuesday's puppy, oh my God, that puppy is beautiful. I would love a puppy like that. I would love a puppy like that. All right, last thing. Would you guys like to see me judge? I'm going to judge Xbox's haul. Xbox got a big haul. He got a big haul. And to wrap up the show, I'm planning on judging his haul. All right? Let's wrap up the show by judging Xbox's haul. All right? First, we see Power Girl. I like that, buddy. Spider Island Companion. I like that. Gail Simone's Birds of Prey Volume 2. I definitely like that. Ultimate X-Men. I like that, brother. Very nice. Batman by Tom King Volume 2. Very nice. Look at him. Good collection, buddy. He's got the Ultimates X-23 by Tomato. You got Ultimates Civil War 2 Tamaki's X23. You've got 2 volumes of Tamaki X23, and you've got Laura Kinney Wolverine. That is the newest Laura Kinney Wolverine paperback. Very nice. Look at you, brother. Nice haul, man. Very nice haul. I like that Crooks. You got that Crooks and Bandits bookmark, which is awesome. Love it. I don't have that Spider Island companion. Now I'm jealous. Damn it, I hate when I get jealous. It's a good haul. Good haul, Xbox. I'm very impressed. Very impressed, brother. My judgment is very positive. Very positive. Love it. It's an awesome haul. Let's wrap her up, huh? You guys make sure. Oh, Hogwash, I love it. You talk about Crisis on Earth X. I have that DC Finest, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it. It is fantastic. I'm such a fan. Such a fan of that DC Finest. I highly recommend it, guys. It's great. All right. Raven, reading Generation X Epic Volume 1. I have not. I have it, but I haven't read it. Xbox, I love that haul, brother. Ricky Bobby says, I need to collect all of Ewing's Ultimates. Absolutely, buddy. Got to get them all. All of it. All right, let's wrap it up. I got videos to record. I will talk to you guys tomorrow night. Tomorrow night at 5 p.m. Central or 6 Eastern. I'll be back. And we will, by the way, check ChubbyRay YouTube page. I'm going to put up Swamp Thing versus Cassandra Cain, Hal Jordan versus Mr. Terrific, Firestorm versus Damian Wayne, and Wonder Woman versus Babs Gordon. Those contests are all going up in the Nerdament. And tomorrow we'll know who's advancing to the second round in the Gotham City region. All right? Then I will start the Metropolis region. I'll start the Metropolis region soon as we continue with the Nerdament. The Nerdament is going on. The voting slides will be put up on the YouTube page. All right? Thank you so much for tuning in today. I really enjoyed the stream. I hope you guys did too. If you did, give me a like. Please give me a like. I think I deserve it. I don't ask for much, but a like I think is deserved tonight. Hashtag TrashCanFam. All right, you guys have a great night. Take care. Bye, everybody.